Hello and welcome. So in this video I'm going to be doing the 2-point perspective, and for the 2-point perspective question we're just going to be doing a 2-point perspective of a set of steps. And for this one the measurements I'll be given is the length of these steps will be 90, and then each step will be 20 mil the height every time. So let's get started. So obviously you'll have the page bordered and all the information in the corner. First of all, we want to draw the horizon line. So I would just essentially draw a horizon line at the top of the page. So come down roughly maybe I would say about 50 to 60 mil would be perfect, just to make sure we have enough room. And I'm just using a 2H, and I'm just coming across very lightly, drawing this horizon. Okay. And now what I want to do is my two vanishing points. So it essentially doesn't matter where you locate your vanishing points, it just means how much of an angle we're coming at. But I always like to try and have it my vanishing points as far out as possible. So what I'll go for in this one, I might do 260 overall. So something like that. And then this here is the center, so this is where my the corner of the piece will essentially be shown, and this is obviously a vertical line. So I want to label this here. So this here is VP1, and this is VP2. So viewing point 1, viewing point 2. So starting off, so what I want to do next is bring a horizontal line, so wherever you want you to actually start measuring your heights. So at the 2H, I'm just going to come across here and draw roughly there, okay? Now, I said that my height is 20. Okay, so I'm just setting this on the ruler, on my set square. So I have it on the compass here. So the first step obviously is 20 in height. So I'm marking that. That's step 1. Step 2, and then this is step 3. Okay, and what we can start doing is, so obviously anything coming in this direction is going to viewing point 2, and then the width of the piece is going to viewing point 1, let's say. So where I began this, I'm extending up to VP2, like so. And I might as well just extend these other points up while I'm at it. So all up to viewing point 2. Just a little dot in that. So what I want to do now is, we know this is going to be the base of our piece of the stairs, and I know the overall length is 90. So what I'm going to do is mark 90 on this. So I'm just marking this on the ruler. Okay, getting my compass here at the base, I'm marking that like so. And now what I'm going to do is bring a vertical line up from that point. Okay, so vertical line up, and where it intersects this is important. So this is going to be essentially where our side view of the stairs are coming in. So obviously as each step, then the next step goes, it's going to look like it's decreasing. So they're not all going to be, you know, 30, 60, 90. It's not going to look perfectly like that. It's going to look like this step here is smaller than the first one. And that's just the way a 2 points perspective is, because it's the way you're actually looking at it and how the spectator views it. So how to do this is we join this corner at the top, this corner here, and the mark on 90, and I'm extending them across like that, okay? And now I know if I'm to bring this point here down, so this diagonal line down to intersect this height, I know that this is the height of the first one, and then where it extends, I'm going to extend it up here, and this is the other one, okay? So this is extending up, sorry, to the top. So let me just highlight this with a HB so that we can clearly identify it. So I'll just do this very quickly. Okay, so that's just a better view. So you can see that the first step is almost perfectly 30, but as we get further, they look to decrease in length. And what I did was I marked 90 here, and I marked my height up, which was 60, joined them two, and then I was able to get the points for the second and third step. So in this drawing, we're only doing 3 steps. So what I can start doing now is extending these lines up to VP1, okay, to get the actual, you know, the width of it coming across. So I'll do that very quickly. These lines. And obviously, you know, we have 2 points, so it's going to be a straight line. Whenever you have 2 points, you're able to create a line. Okay, so now I'm starting to visualize this here. So how long is this steps going to go? Well, that's up to you. I'm not going to give a measurement of how far you want to go in, but I wouldn't go too far, you know, so we can clearly visualize. So roughly I would go, let me see what a good length is. I'm going to go 60, okay? So I've marked 60 on this first line, just like we did previously with the 90, and I'm going to start marking vertical lines up. So this is obviously the first step here. So it might be difficult for you to visualize this in the video and also when you're drawing it. There's a lot of lines, so just take your time with it. Okay, so I know it intersects with this line here, so this is the second step. Alright. And I want this here to join up to VP2. Like so. Let's intersect here. Like that. And finally, like so, okay? So I know now, I can see it myself here. It might be difficult in the camera to visualize. So what I'm going to do is, this is obviously the 2 viewing points and we've made our 2-point perspective. I'm going to pause the video and outline it clearly, maybe add some colour so you can clearly visualise the finished product. So as you can see, this is the finished 2-point perspective. So I've just outlined it with a 2B pencil, and then I added a bit of colour as well just for it to stand out. And so that's a 2-point perspective. As you can see, the first step, as they go further on, they decrease. And there's a couple of analogies I'll probably discuss to visualize that, but obviously it doesn't mean that every step is 30 or whatever the distance was I was saying. Yeah, that's 2-point perspective, and this is for component 3 of the engineering drawing portfolio. Thank you.